Welcome to the Here's My Story channel. I'm Leah. I found a perfect plot for a short story. I like writing my stories in a journal rather than typing them on a computer. I was intensely focused on writing something when I heard the doorbell and my stepmom Helena's angry voice. "Where have you been? I called 911 at least 15 minutes ago. You took so long that I could have died." When I went to see what was happening, a paramedic was checking my stepmom's blood pressure. Annoyed with her, the guy said, "You don't look like you're about to die. We know you too well by now. If we weren't contractually obligated to come, we wouldn't be here now." Embarrassed, my dad said, "I apologize, folks. Helena called 911 again and told them she was having a heart attack before I could stop her." Helena got angry. "Yes, I had a heart attack, and I called 911 as anyone in the same situation would do. That's my right." Unfortunately, my stepmom is a hypochondriac. That means she thinks she is sick despite having no health issues. One day, she'll say, "I have these spots on my arm. I must have skin cancer." Some other day, she'll go, "I have such a bad headache, I might have a stroke any minute." Or just like you witnessed just now, she claims that she's having a heart attack even though she has zero symptoms. My dad married Helena 5 years ago. Initially, I was worried about her because I thought she was genuinely sick. I used to rush to the hospital with her, but every time we were there, the doctors would keep saying, "You are perfectly healthy, please don't waste our time. There are people who really need our help," and shoo us away. When I told my friends about what was happening with my stepmom, they would laugh. Whenever they saw me, they would ask me, "Is your stepmom up to any new tricks at the hospital?" For example, one night my stepmom cried to my dad, "Both of my legs have turned blue. I Googled it and it's a symptom of heart failure. Please take me to the hospital." I went along with them. The ER doctor had a laughing fit after examining Helena. It turns out that she was wearing a new pair of blue jeans earlier that day. The dye on the jeans had stained her legs, so the blue color on her legs was caused by her blue jeans, not from heart failure. My mom died when I was 10 years old. Like me, she was an amateur writer who used to write in her notebook. One night, I was reading the things she wrote. I got emotional and cried, "Mom, you are such a talented writer." At that moment, Helena walked into my room, panicking. She said, "Leah, my arms are numb. I Googled it and it can be a symptom of a stroke. Get ready, we're going to the hospital. You'll help me if I lose consciousness in the cab." I wiped the tears from my face and replied, "I'm not in the mood right now. My dad will be here soon. He'll take you." I was shocked by what my stepmom said then. "Didn't your dad call you? He left for Mexico an hour ago. His business partner turned out to be a crook. He took $700,000 from the company and disappeared. Your dad had to flee even though he had no fault because he couldn't pay that kind of money to his clients. Whatever, I'm sure he'll call and let you know. Help me get to the hospital now. I could have a stroke at any moment." For the next couple of days, I waited anxiously for my dad to call me. One morning, he called from a new number. He couldn't use his old number because the FBI was tracking it. He said, "Don't worry, I'm going to come back once I fix this." But $700,000 was a considerable amount for him to pay back. He would probably have to spend all his life as a fugitive. After my dad was gone, my life became unbearable because of Helena. She was acting as if he actually wanted to leave. She kept saying, "I'm sick. Your father's not here, so you must take care of me." One evening, I was in the middle of writing a fun vampire story. Just as I was getting to the climax, there was a knock on my door. My stepmom barged in, screaming, "Leah, help me! I'm blind! Oh my God, I'm blind!" I looked up from my notebook. Then I started laughing because Helena had a sleep mask over her eyes. She took sleeping pills before bed even though she didn't need them. She probably woke up because she had to go to the bathroom, but she forgot she was wearing a sleep mask because the pill made her a bit dazed. She thought she'd gone blind when she couldn't see anything. "Get ready for a miracle," I said, and I removed the sleep mask that covered her face. And I went on laughing. Helena was not amused. She said, "I know you're constantly making fun of me, but I'll make you regret it this time." I didn't care much about what she said then, but the next day when I got home from school, I figured out what she meant. I smelled smoke when I entered the house. I walked through every room, but there seemed to be no fire, nothing burning. I followed the smell and realized it was coming from the bathroom. When I walked into the bathroom, I was crushed. Helena had burned all my journals, and worse, all my mom's journals in the tub. I watched all those journals go up in flames. There was no way I could save them now. I ran up to her in tears and yelled, "How could you do this? Don't you know how important these journals are to me?" Helena hissed back, "You had this coming. I'll kick you out of this house if you ever make fun of me again." The next day, I told my friends at school about what happened. Her sleep mask story was hilarious and made everyone laugh, but they were angry with Helena because she burned those journals full of our stories. A friend said, "If I were you, I'd compile all your stepmom's hypochondriac stories into a book and make the whole world laugh at her. You could get revenge on her by using your writing skills." This was the best idea ever. I went and bought myself a new journal. I locked my door. I started writing about everything that happened to my stepmom because she was a hypochondriac. I was going into laughing fits as I was writing. The fact that these stories weren't fictional made them even funnier. I finished the book in a month. I gave it the title, The Queen of Hypochondria. My stepmom didn't know about the book, of course. If I could find a publisher, I would give her the biggest shock of her life. I made a book package and began sending it to publishing houses that I found online, but I had yet to hear back from anyone. One evening, I finally got a reply. It was short, but that was enough for me. "So funny, call me tomorrow." The woman who sent me the message was the chief editor at a big publishing house. I went to visit her at her office. She sat me down across from her. She said, "I read your book in one go. I have to admit that I laughed a lot, but living in the same house with that person must not be enjoyable. But it will be worth it because the film rights will sell fast. We'll start working towards that immediately. You'll be rich thanks to your stepmom." It was just like she said. Even before the book hit the shelves, they sold the film and the TV rights to a production company. I got $2 million out of that deal. I was officially a millionaire now. It took more than a month for the book to be printed. The next day, it was going to be sent out to bookstores. I packed my suitcase, left home, and got myself a hotel room without saying anything to my stepmom. I signed a copy of my book for her the following day. "Dear Helena, thank you for everything. It all happened thanks to you." I gift wrapped it and sent it to her by mail. I was sure she was going to read it in one go. I just wished I could be there when she did. A few days later, I heard a knock on my door. When I opened it, I was surprised to see 2 police officers. One of them said, "Your stepmom reported you missing. All hotel stays are reported to law enforcement. That's how we found you. Your stepmom is waiting for you at the reception desk. We have to deliver you to her because you're a minor and must go back home." I had to go downstairs with them. Helena was mad when she said, "I learned everything from the news. You became a millionaire thanks to me, but I have a right to that money as your guardian. Now we're going to go to the bank. We'll withdraw all the money there and put it in my account." She got even angrier when she saw me smiling. "If I were you, I would be crying instead of smiling. You humiliated me with your book, but you'll regret it because every penny you ever made will be mine." At that moment, my stepmom heard a familiar voice say, "Hi, Helena." She was shocked to see my dad when she turned around. I had paid off all my dad's debt a week before. That's how he was able to come back into the country. We decided to stay in this hotel until we got a new house. Of course, my stepmom didn't know about any of this. My dad was staying in the room next door. As the police took me down to the lobby, I texted him and asked him to come downstairs. With fake excitement, Helena said, "Honey, I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. Why didn't you tell me you were here? I missed you so much." He yelled, "You missed me? Then why didn't you answer any of my calls while I was in Mexico? You are a bad person. Unfortunately, I'm just realizing this now. I'm divorcing you." In response, Helena put her hands to her head and screamed, "I'm having a brain bleed. Please take me to the hospital. Please take me to the ER." When she realized my dad would not budge, she turned to me and said, "I'm begging you, please help me. I'm having a heart attack. Call 911 now." My dad smiled at me. "Your book has the best title I've ever heard. She is definitely the queen of hypochondria." We haven't seen Helena since. My dad and I live in our new house now. I made another $1.5 million from book sales. Thanks to my book, I could get rid of Helena and get my dad back. But do you know what's really important to me? I did all this thanks to my writing abilities that were passed on to me by my mom, and I am so thankful to her for that.